Right now, you are carrying opinions that do not belong to you. Thoughts about how you look, how you speak, what people think when you walk into a room, what they said about you behind your back, whether they approve of your choices, whether they think you are enough. You did not choose to carry these thoughts. They arrived and they stayed, and they have been quietly shaping every decision you make. What you wear, what you say, what you do not say, what you attempt, what you abandon before you even start. Because somewhere in the back of your mind, a voice asks, what will they think? In the next 6 minutes, I am going to show you exactly why that voice is there, what it is costing you, and how to permanently silence it. Why your brain is literally addicted to approval. The need for social approval is not a personality flaw. It is a survival mechanism 200,000 years in the making. In the environment your ancestors lived in, social approval was survival. Being accepted by the group meant food, shelter, protection, and the possibility of reproduction. Being rejected meant isolation, and isolation meant death. So your brain evolved an extremely powerful system to monitor and maintain your social standing. It releases dopamine, the same reward chemical as food and sex, when you receive approval. And it triggers cortisol, the stress hormone, when you sense social disapproval or rejection. This is why a single negative comment can ruin your entire day, even when 100 positive things happened. This is why you can rehearse a conversation 50 times before having it. This is why the thought of someone not liking you produces genuine physical anxiety. Your brain does not know the difference between social rejection in 2026 and social rejection on the savannah. It treats both as life-threatening emergencies. You are running ancient software in a modern world. The truth about what people actually think of you. Here is something that will immediately reduce the power of other people's opinions. They are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. Psychologists call this the spotlight effect. The tendency to overestimate how much other people notice and think about your appearance, your mistakes, and your choices. In study after study, people dramatically overestimate how much attention others are paying to them. The person who noticed your awkward comment in a meeting forgot about it within minutes. They were too busy worrying about what everyone else thought of them. The person who saw you fail was not cataloging it. They moved on immediately, back to their own anxieties, their own insecurities, their own internal monologue about themselves. Everyone is the main character of their own story. You are a supporting character in everyone else's. And most of the time, you do not even have lines. The audience you have been performing for is not watching. The 4 ways caring too much is destroying your life. Way number 1, you are making decisions based on fear instead of truth. Every time you choose something because it is what people expect instead of what you actually want, you are living someone else's life. Slowly, quietly, but absolutely. The career you stayed in because it looked impressive. The relationship you held on to because leaving would raise questions. The dream you never mentioned because you were afraid of how it would sound. You have been editing yourself for an audience that is not paying attention. Way number 2, you are exhausting yourself performing. Managing your image requires constant energy. Every social interaction becomes a performance. Every word is filtered before it leaves your mouth. Every post is calculated for the response it might receive. This performance is relentless. It never stops, and it is one of the primary sources of chronic exhaustion that has nothing to do with physical tiredness. You are not tired from living. You are tired from performing for an audience that doesn't care. You are tired from pretending. Way number 3, you are teaching people how to control you. When someone discovers that their opinion affects you, they have power over you. And some people will use that power deliberately. The friend who knows a comment about your appearance will silence you. The person who knows withdrawing approval will make you compliant. Every time you shrink in response to someone's judgment, You confirm to them and to yourself that you can be managed through disapproval. Way number 4. You are delaying your actual life indefinitely. The things you want to build, create, say, and become, they are waiting behind a wall of what will people think. That wall will never disappear on its own. The right moment to stop caring will never arrive. The courage to begin will never feel sufficient in advance. Your life is happening right now behind that wall, and every day you spend waiting for permission is a day it happens without you. The psychological shift that changes everything. Most advice about this says, just stop caring. Just be confident. Just do not worry about what people think. This is useless, because you cannot simply decide to override a 200,000-year-old survival mechanism. But you can redirect it. Here is the shift. Instead of seeking approval from everyone, choose your panel. Identify 2 or 3 specific people whose judgment you genuinely respect. People who know you, love you honestly, and want what is actually best for you, not what is most comfortable for them. When you feel the anxiety of other people's opinions, ask yourself, is this person on my panel? Do their thoughts about this actually matter to the direction of my life? If the answer is no, and most of the time it will be, you have your answer. You are not eliminating the approval-seeking drive. You are focusing it, directing it toward the few people whose opinions are actually worth considering, and releasing everyone else. Practical steps starting today. Step 1. Do one thing this week that you have been avoiding because of what people might think. Not a massive thing, a small one. Post the opinion you have been keeping quiet. Wear the thing you talked yourself out of. Say the thing you rehearsed but never said. Notice that the catastrophe you imagined does not arrive. Step 2. When you catch yourself filtering, ask who specifically you are filtering for. Name the person. Then ask, does this person's opinion of this specific thing actually affect my life in any meaningful way? Is their approval necessary for anything I actually want? Most of the time, the answer will surprise you. Step 3. Build identity from the inside, not the outside. People who are most free from others' opinions have a strong internal sense of who they are and what they value. That does not require external confirmation to remain stable. This is built through small, consistent acts of integrity. Doing what you said you would do. Keeping the promises you make to yourself. Acting in alignment with your values even when nobody is watching. Every act of private integrity strengthens the internal foundation that makes external approval unnecessary. You have been performing for an audience that went home long ago. The people you have been afraid of disappointing, they are too busy managing their own fears to monitor yours as closely as you imagine. You are free to stop performing whenever you choose. Not because their opinions do not exist, but because you get to decide how much space they occupy in the only life you are ever going to have. Subscribe to Mind Vault. Share this with someone who needs permission to stop shrinking. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing you can tell another person is this: you are allowed to be exactly who you are.